focus. Oh no! Oh no! Nice try. You know what happened here?
The first round, right?
Yeah, what happens here? How come you lost this fight?
For me, in my perspective, I think after I called Vader using the skill, I should have just pre-aim it because we already know the Jet was pushing in with the smoke.
Yep.
But instead of that, I would start trying to stun them and trying to make it easy fight for me, but it was bad timing and I should just have my pistol.
Okay. True. That's good. But like one other thing you can do, you see Fade Eye, Viper starts backing up. So right here, right now, have your stun already primed.
Just
and shoot it.
Try to avoid them.
Like right away. Yeah. The second you see this come through, you need to be doing this. The second you see that flash, you need to prime it up and use your utility. That's gonna stop their push. If you wait, then they could have snuck in, and then you use your utility, swing out, you're dead here. Like it happened to you a couple times. But if you were to have done it sooner, the second you get that sound cue of the utility, or the second you think they're gonna push, you queue it up, you stun right away. Like instantly stun. Then you have a chance, and then you can jump spot, or you can flash afterwards. Flash this and swing out, do that fast swing, and then get out. One thing you can do as an initiator is be more proactive when you're using utility, right?
So is it only for like defense side or attack side as well?
Both. So like as the initiator, especially in a bit lower of ranks, like goal's not that low, but like in a rank where people don't communicate as much, like let's just say for example you're gonna push into B, your team doesn't say anything, you start to see your duelist walk up, proactively stun. Don't wait for them, just stun, and then they'll push in because you know they're gonna go anyways. They might not even ask you to do it, just do it anyways. That's being proactive with your utility. Or just say, hey, I'm gonna stun, and then just stun and they'll go. But if they're not calling for it, that doesn't matter, just use it because you know how to use your utility and you should use it for them even if they're not asking. Your comms are really good. Like I'm the only seeing you talk this whole game and you're calling out every single thing you're seeing. This is perfect. But there's another way you can communicate to your team as well. So like you're holding mid, Sage is holding mid, she's probably gonna wall, which means that like you can play here, but if you wanted to go for a pick, you should hold your stun, tell her hold off on the wall, I'm gonna stun right away and swing out and try to kill someone. But like passively sitting here with her wall as breach might not be the best option because of how good your utility is. I mean, you can do it, but like even here when you're in A with Raze, be like, hey Raze, I'll stun main right away if you want to peek. And if she says yes, then good. If she says no, then hold back and stun ramp when they push. But like just because you're initiating, you can tell your team to play off of what you're gonna do, and you can secure a lot of free kills and rounds. That's all. Yeah, but like your communication is really good. I'm hearing you talk to them the whole time. See, like this is good. You told them that was good. So like right here, you take this fight, this is good. Okay, but now she's seen you. So what do you have here?
Utility.
So back out and flash. She knows exactly where you are. If you swing this, she's just gonna kill you. Her crosshair's right here, guaranteed. So like if you flash out, then you can wide swing and kill her, because no one else is looking at you here, right? And if you're far enough back, and if you're far enough back, they can't shoot you here. They'd have to swing this, but they still have to clear this box, so you're free to kill her there. So flash, wide swing, kill her, flash again, get on site and start isolating fights. But you'll see, so she's just staring at you. There's no way you win that. This starts, you're good. Fade Eye flies down, your stun needs to be up, and you pop it right away.
Okay.
Because then you hit this whole area, she can swing, you can swing. But if you wait, Reyna flashes, she's on now. Your stun misses her 100%. And then there she is. They're both here. But if you were to have done it right off the rip, there's no way they can push through this choke, and you would have got one or two of them easy. And what you should have done as well is you stun and then flash out of this corner. You just dry peeked again. You didn't use your flash. You say, I have ult so we can retake.
I have also.
Okay. They stun you out, they flash you out, you get ulted. You don't wait for any type of retake. You just push it, and what it actually does is it pushes your Viper into a lane and she dies.
Yeah, that was definitely my wrong decision because I was just trying to counter it, but same time I was like, oh, Viper's there, you know?
Yeah.
And I was like, ah, shit.
So like, I see what you tried, and it was it was like your head was in the right place. It was just a misplay because all you would have to do is fall off, back out, wait, and push through, and like your Viper might have been able to get out. If you just stunned or something and tried to stop them, but like you just pushed her into main. So like when you call, I'm gonna ult for retake, and you see all this stuff come, get off site so you can actually retake.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. So see her, she goes, she's dead. She goes fine, and now we stun.
I'm watching it.
Okay, so here, you're not really watching A. They could walk right up here and kill you.
To the lamp,
Yeah, so you should be here, peeking here, like or something, so that you can actually see. Because like calming that you're watching A means Raze thinks she's safe to walk through here, and she could just die. So like you can't see a thing here. All you can see is this.
That actually happened, I think, in this round.
Does it? What's going on, guys? If you're interested in some free coaching, feel free to join the Discord server, links in the description of this video, and sign up in the VOD reviewing channel. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, sub to the channel, and ring the bell notification if you're enjoying this video so far. Much love, guys. One thing is we're way too passive.
Oh, way too passive.
So there's like and you just say they got in, but like you didn't fight for any space at all. You just let them push you, and now there's no way you win this. But if you were to like throw your stun and fight them, then you have a better chance. But like you're just waiting for them to push you.
They got in. Push you, yeah. Oh my fucking god.
And like no util was used, so just get a little bit more aggressive and use that utility that you have to help you win fights. But if you were to have stunned for them, that's a free win.
Yeah, that's what they have.
Okay. That was, but look at, that was better. So like, you remember the first round where I told you should have primed it a little bit quicker? Because you got a free kill? Watch how fast you prime this. So he dies. Now you're up. You stun. And Jet gets stunned and she's dead. Perfect. Okay, so one thing right away. You haven't said anything to your team.
Yep.
So no one's saying a single thing, and that's normal. Even in like any rank, dude, I swear to God, it doesn't matter what rank you're playing, this happens. No one talks. But be the person to talk. Be like, hey, I can flash for you, I can stun for you. What do you want? And if Raze doesn't say anything, that's when you have to become proactive, like I was saying, with your flashes. So you need to be watching what she's doing, and as soon as you think she's gonna push on, you need to stun or flash. But just by letting her know, maybe she helps you out and says, yeah, stun for me, or don't. But if she doesn't, then you need to just watch her, and as soon as you think she's pushing, you stun proactively, and it gets her kills. Yeah, so there's two things, right? Like not using it is bad, and using it too early is bad. But yeah. So I get it. You saw one. It's high pressure. You shoot. He gets away, you want to stun him, you hope that everyone pushes in, but no one even follows up. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. Like, I'm not going to say that was a misplay, although it was. But just think about, like I said, you take a look at what everyone's doing. Because if they're not going to talk to you, you have to take a look and play around them rather than just playing your own game if they're not going to play with you. So like, and this is why I talk about, like, people will say their team is the reason they're losing. And while that may be true, there's usually always something you can do to make it better for your team and make it so you win games even with bad teams. So like, for example, being proactive when they're not asking for stuff and using your utility to help them could win you a game that's otherwise losable if you don't. Good. That was good. So that my friend was a perfect example of being proactive. Like watch how perfect this stun actually is. Omen's main. So you get your stun ready, and as soon as your stun goes down, they're already swinging. That was perfect. Watch. And swing. Look, see, that was perfect. See what I mean?
Yeah.
Raze never told you that she was pushing, but you just proactively did it, and that would have perfectly got her this kill because you stunned him and she was right there. But whenever you're in a safe space and your team is doing anything or taking space, watch the map, because they might ping here, it might ping here, it might ping here, and then you can use your utility for where you've seen them. So like if she runs here and you see a ping there, you can assume like if you were here, you would just stun that, swing out and kill him. But like use that for your
Okay.
information if they're not telling you where they see people, because sometimes she doesn't even see it, but it's on the mini map. What is their team doing to you guys?
Like being aggressive, like pushing out their side and just trying to get our flanking.
Yes. They're just taking space on you because no one's punishing anything. So like you guys are sitting in mid. So like calm that to your team and just say, well, let's make presence mid and they're gonna push and we just hold them and kill them or something like that, right? Look for the patterns that they're doing and just start to exploit them. It's a free round. But if you guys don't do that and you do the same thing, you're gonna die again. So it's really, really good to just watch for patterns and what people are doing and then just play it, because people repeat the same thing when it works. If it works, they're not gonna stop doing it. But like think about how easy this is for her. You haven't moved, but she did, right? So let's just take for example here. You come out, good, you're premiuming that. Okay, this is, we know not to use our utility like this, right? Get a little safer, but after this. So like right here, you fight her here, she sees you, she dips behind cover. Good play by her. Okay, you kind of dip back, okay? But like, you've barely moved where she has the advantage to swing out and she's just holding where you were last. And then there's another guy right here. So like you should have dipped and flashed out. If you wanted to fight this, get out onto your safest bet, which would have been over here, flash and then swing, or just dip. But like there's no way you win this. Is if let's say you're fighting this, he sees you, you need to move. Do not hold this again, because he's gonna swing out and just pre-fire where you were. So let's say you're fighting, boom boom, he sees you, you back up, take this angle, or you can even do this. Now you're closer, his crosshair's up here, you know where he is, so now you're holding him and you have an angle advantage on him, because he most likely swings to shoot this angle and you've moved all the way down here and now you're here. He's gonna have to readjust his crosshair where you probably don't. Next thing you're gonna do, gonna come out here, swing out, kill him. Now you're getting used to swinging off your utility, okay? Because that's one thing we're not doing. We swing out, now he's blind, okay? And you do it both sides. Flash. And do this for like 50 to 100 bots. And you can do it with your blinds. You can even do it with your stuns. And get the timing down. So like, let's say I do this, and I stun, and I swing too early, he's not stunned. But if I get the timing down, to where I wait, and then I swing. Now I'm getting used to swinging off my utility properly, so that I can get the most out of it. Okay, now that's what you need to do. Now you're swinging off your utility better, and you can really use it, instead of playing that passive angle where you were just holding nothing and waiting for them. Like you hear him, you're like, hey, 3, 2, 1, swing, boom, he's dead. Free kill. So start using your utility and practicing it in the in here, so that you can get really good with it. You have a piece of paper, we're gonna summarize everything. Be proactive with your communication. Your communication's great. You're talking, you're telling your team what you're seeing, but you're not telling your team to play with you, and you're not using your utility to help your team. So every beginning of the round, be like, okay, I'm gonna stun this for you, do this. I can stun this, I can blind here, let's use my blinds, let's do this, let's use this, let's use that, because you have the utility and your whole job is to initiate the fights. That's your whole role.
Polite and respectfully, oh yeah, I'm gonna do this, can you do that? And sometimes people like being rude or aggressive, then what would you do? Like for me, I either like mute them or because I don't want to get tilted. Or I'm just trying to quietly just playing whatever I can, but
so like
okay, what would you do in that situation?
So the odds of it happening are slimmer than the odds of them either saying nothing or listening to you. So do it anyways, and if you run into someone like that, just say, okay, never mind, and just what I was saying is proactively use your stuff for them. So watch the map,
watch
and
them
just
play,
and flash for them, and flash where you're seeing people in the mini map, and call your flashes. So if they're not listening to you, you want to flash something, you say, I'm going to flash, and then flash.
Okay.
Right? So just get proactive. If they're not going to listen to you, do it anyways, but still communicate what you're going to do. So like, okay, whatever, say, okay, that's fine. And then when the round starts, be like, okay, I'm going to flash this, and just do it. Just make sure that they're not in an area where you're just going to screw them over. And just practice that, and over time you'll get used to using your utility better to where you're not flashing people. But like you need to do it anyways, because you need to use your utility. If you're not using it, then you're just losing rounds that you could win. If they don't want to listen and do your plays, play around them, but use your utility with what they're already doing. What you need to do is be proactive with your utility, call it to your team, start doing that, start playing more aggressively, especially on defense and on attack, and use your utility to get you in those positions. Don't play passive on site where you're not holding anything. Listen for sound cues, swing off your utility, and get kills. So like as soon as you hear that sound cue, boom, you're stunning, you're blinding out, and you're going for the fight. That's going to get you a kill. And then once you've done that, what do? So you got the kill here. Let's say you got the kill here, and you were right, and you were right here. What do we do now?
I'm going to repositioning.
That's correct. You're going to slip down here. This guy comes through, and you're going to go, oh, sorry, buddy, blind. Boom, he's dead as well. Now what do?
Repositioning.
That's correct. We come back, reposition here or reposition somewhere and go for another fight. They have no clue where you are now. You're just getting picks because you're repositioning and they're looking where you're not. And you're getting kills as they funnel in. But if you just stand right here and you just hold this angle and you keep fighting this for no reason, and you just hold here and then you don't get the kill and you swing back out, all three of them shoot you, you're dead. But if you reposition, then you have a better chance of winning the fight.
Yeah, I think that's really good, advice right there.
Okay. So we know what to do now, right?
Yep.